Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. The Super Bowl is upon us. We've gone through many weeks of football, many weeks of questionable calls, but yet we're here. The end is in sight, and with me as always is my co-host, Mr. Justin Ludwig.
I'm just here so I can go to the after podcast buffet. Which will be sugar wafers.
Will it be robust?
Just probably sugar wafers. Maybe a cola.
Can you do the whole podcast just saying I'm here so I won't get fined, like Marshawn Lynch?
There's no fun in that.
Yeah, I guess not. But it'll be interesting.
I mean, maybe I could do it with a bag of Skittles. It'd be nice.
There you go.
I mean, again, not to sound like a broken record, I only have sugar wafers. I ate everything else. I had cake, but I ate it all.
Yeah. You had your cake and you ate it too.
Yeah, I didn't play the long game, so.
That's poor planning.
Yeah, well,
after a long, arduous
season. I know. It was a long, arduous season. We finally made it. We're finally here at the week where we discuss Super Bowl XLIX on No Punt episode. What is this? 18, 17, 18, XX? Is this 20?
I think it's 20, yeah.
XX, that's easy.
Yeah. The season has flown by. But yes,
hasn't it?
As Justin said, we are the No Pun Intended podcast here on Entertainment Buddha. As always, check us out online at entertainmentbuddha.com, where we make you a better geek one post at a time. And hopefully this season may be a better gambler, but I don't know if I could say that.
I can't say that.
All right. Yeah, so we're down to final two teams here. The Seattle Seahawks and then
Team Irvin and Team.
No, we're not.
We're not discussing
the Pro Bowl was last week. We didn't do a podcast for that.
We're not going to worry about the Pro Bowl.
No, I mean unless there's something you want to discuss. But
what if they made the rules in the Super Bowl the same rules as the Pro Bowl? How would that sit?
You mean like narrowing the point after attempts and?
Yeah, you do that. What was it? You have to have four defensive linemen, three linebackers, 4 secondary. You can't blitz. You have to have 1 running back, 1 tight end,
and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, there was some other dumb one. I don't remember.
I watched about 2 minutes of that game and then turned it off.
No, I bowed out as soon as DeMarco went for a run, and then they just kind of held him, and then they all just kind of stopped. Then the crowd booed. It was like the Roman Reigns of football.
Yeah. Philadelphia and WWE fans were not happy with the outcome of that Rumble.
I don't think anyone was.
No,
I wasn't. I don't even watch.
Yeah,
I felt mad for them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, and
I was a lot of hot air on that.
I was surprised when I did turn on the Pro Bowl. There was about 5 minutes left in the third quarter, and there was only 47 total points.
What was the over under?
I don't know. I didn't check.
I guess we'll never know.
But
too late.
Yeah.
If only there was some depository of information
that we could access.
Well, I'm also, I'm a dreamer. Hover converted cars, Pepsi in a weird looking bottle.
The Cubbies winning the series.
Yeah, I'm a dreamer.
All right.
So,
well, I think we spent enough time on the Pro Bowl.
It's 2 minutes too long. How long did we talk about the Pro Bowl? About 2 minutes.
About as long as I watched the Pro Bowl.
Good comparison.
Yeah. But yes,
I'm gonna keep looking just because I'm curious. But let's ramble on.
All right. Well, yeah. This upcoming Sunday is the game that matters. It's the Patriots against the Seahawks. Both 14-4 teams. Through the playoffs. Both
number 1 seeds.
Both number 1 seeds. Yes. Both very solid defensively. New England's got a very good pass defense. Seattle's just good all over.
They're just good.
And of course, with New England comes Deflategate or Deflatorade, whichever your preference is.
Do you think they come out this week a little deflated after all the hubbub?
Well, apparently the players think it's hogwash.
Well, you know what I think is hot? I think the idea that, and I didn't know this, but I think the idea that both teams don't use the same footballs, I think that's dumb. Because I think this just encourages shenanigans, of which is what just happened. So
right, but from everything I've seen from former quarterbacks on ESPN and what I've read is quarterbacks like. I've never heard any of the quarterbacks say they like a ball brand new, not worn in. They all want them scuffed up a little bit, want a little wear to them, but it's all a little different.
Yeah, but you could say that about pitchers too.
Well, right, and that's
they scuff it up and dirty it up a little bit, but they don't, they don't physically manipulate anything about the composition of. They might change, the face of it,
right,
but it's not like they're using ones with different densities. They're not using ones that have different,
and the
lace or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seam height. That's the word.
I think the ruling in the NFL is the ball has to be between 11.5 and 12.5 psi.
I know,
if I remember correctly. So,
But then the other weird thing is that the refs didn't even figure it out because they handled the footballs after every play. It's not like they figured it out.
Yeah, but how much are they actually squeezing and checking the ball? You know what I mean?
Well, how much are they paying attention? Are they under somebody else's payroll is what I'm saying.
Here comes the conspiracies.
I've got my magnifying glass while I'm saying that. It's awfully conspicuous.
Yeah, it's an interesting case, and of course it happens, this week as the Patriots are trying to focus on the Super Bowl.
I think I saw somewhere, I don't know how legit it was, is that the NFL knew that this was going on and they tried to catch him in a sting.
Really?
Yeah. I could have sworn I saw that.
And Roger Goodell's okay with that because him and Robert Kraft are buddies?
Who knows? That's the other dumb thing. Here it is. Yahoo Sports. Did NFL run sting operation on Patriots to trigger Deflategate?
So isn't that what's the word I'm looking for?
Entrapment. Ed Werder.
Entrapment. That's what I'm thinking of.
Maybe. Ed Werder of ESPN, and he's verified on Twitter. Little blue check mark. Good job, Ed. He had a tweet that said, when told of suspected cheating by Pats, NFL tried to catch them and act rather than reminding them of rules. Is something wrong with that? Roger.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Oh, well.
Well, I think he got the matchup he was shooting for.
The moral of the story is I don't know that the Colts would have won anyway.
Well, yeah, that's true. And I thought it was interesting that, who was it, DeQuell Jackson, who had the interception return for the Colts, when he was returning the interception, he said he didn't notice anything different about the ball. Not that he's probably a guy that handles the ball a lot anyway, but I just remember him saying he wanted to keep the ball, so he gave it to somebody on the team, but then the NFL came and had to inspect it now, and he hasn't gotten the ball back apparently.
It's logged for evidence.
Yeah. The NFL soap opera continues.
Yeah, it's kind of been the theme for this year, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Has it wavered your interest in NFL any?
I've certainly gotten more frustrated.
Have you reached your NFL? So here's the thing that I don't understand with they're trying to make the game more interesting. Why are they making the rules harder for kickers? I don't know that kickers are the ones that you should punish. Like with the Pro Bowl, the whole experimenting with the field goal dimensions and moving the point after back 15 yards. Why are you punishing the kicker?
I don't know that it's punishing the kicker so much as they're trying to cause, I don't know, create another X factor. Like, okay, if we make the goalpost narrower and move them back 10 yards for a point after attempt, yeah, chances are they're still going to nail a lot of them, but then there's, a higher chance that they'll miss, or, then that changes scores of the games. I don't know. I think it's dumb, but I'm not the NFL commissioner.
Worry about pass interference first.
Yeah.
Then we'll get there.
And hands to the face, and, when your fingernail brushes the quarterback's helmet, how a flag's thrown. That's what's frustrating to me. That's
what defines a good catch.
Right.
The list goes on. Well, it doesn't really go on, but
it's the list. The list is growing.
it's the spirit of the thing. Anyway, the overarching theme is that it's the Patriots against the Seahawks in Arizona. Are they playing at the University of Phoenix Stadium?
Yes.
The misnomered University of Phoenix Stadium, because the University of Phoenix does not have a stadium. It is just sponsored by the University of Phoenix.
Yes, and it's in Glendale.
So another misnomer. It's a double misnomer.
That's like saying the Jets and the Giants stadium is in New York.
That's true. Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I only remember that because there was I think it was NHL 93. They didn't have the NHL license, so they couldn't name their teams after real teams. So the Islanders were Long Island. They weren't New York. It was Long Island. And just, it's one of those stupid things that I'll always remember.
Yeah.
It'll never come up ever.
Well, it might. You never know. And then you'll have that in your back pocket, and then you'll win a $20 gift card for a trivia night.
Yeah, if only. If I can use that little nugget of information and the fact that New England was named Foxborough in the Madden 64 game, because they also didn't have the NFL license. Yeah, it was Foxborough, and then it wasn't Jacksonville, or it was there were two or it was Carolina. I think what they were called, like Charlotte or something.
Right.
It was like 3 teams. Here we go. Tennessee was Nashville. Arizona was Phoenix. Minnesota was Minneapolis. Tampa Bay was Tampa. Carolina was Charlotte.
And I believe Carolina plays in Charlotte.
Mm-hmm. And the historic Los Angeles Rams were referred to as Anaheim.
Well, thank goodness for licensing.
Yeah, thank goodness we remedied that.
Yeah.
Thank goodness we moved past 64 bits, and thank goodness we moved past games without NFL licenses.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's only one software company that has the NFL license, so they have it, so that's that.
Yep. They got a monopoly on the whole thing.
Good thing you got it, EA.
But not college.
No, we can always depend on you to churn out a quality product.
That sounded a little...
I was being sarcastic.
I was going to say facetious, but...
Facetious, sarcastic. Anyway. I don't think we talked about the conference championship games, did we?
No.
No.
I don't believe we did.
Well, there's nothing to write home about.
Well,
the AFC side of it.
Seattle won and New England won, so...
How do you know? Spoiler. Don't you think we should go... Now they know who won already.
Well, if they didn't know now, then... That's like
taking away
that's
some
like
of the glitz and glamour.
That's like people who haven't seen a movie from like 2 years ago that was really good, but they like still don't want people to tell them about it. It's like if you haven't seen it by now, then the spoiler alert, has a time limit.
Well, that's not like comic books where it's one thing leads into the other,
right?
So it's like, oh, if you haven't read such and such, the thing that you read from 5 months after that, it's going to tell you what's going to happen. Did you know during the fourth quarter, there were points in which Seattle had a 0.1% of winning the game based on historic data back to 1978? It was a portion of the game where Seattle was a 0.1% to win the game.
And how huge was it for Seattle to force field goals in the first 2 possessions for Green Bay? After those turnovers, they held. I know you and I discussed this, the whole what if Green Bay had scored, but
no, that's the problem. Like I understand that they needed to score touchdowns. I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying that scoring 22 points against a good defensive team like Seattle should be enough for them to win. And, as we hit 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, we all thought that was the case, as they were winning by 13 points.
Right.
Or 12 points, whatever. And then you surrender 3 touchdowns on essentially 3 consecutive drives.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing with Seattle is they've proven that, they might have bad starts, but, I mean, Russell Wilson, that second half was on fire. He probably had the worst first half of any playoff, or what was it? It was the worst first half for any winning playoff team or winning playoff QB.
I did look that up. 1 second. I'll have to quickly get it up. If only there was some... Oh, there is. How silly of me. There is a place you can find this. Okay, if you have anything that you want to...
Well, I was just saying whatever happened in the locker room at halftime flipped a switch for him because I think his quarterback rating was like 150 in the second half.
Russell, do you want some of my Skittles? Yes, I do. Here you go.
The power of the rainbow.
The power of the rainbow compels you. Anyway.
Skittles help you win some games.
Peyton. The lowest in the last couple of years for passer rating was 35.5.
Now, is that for the winning quarterback? Or just,
yeah.
Okay.
It was the Pittsburgh Steelers defeating the New York Jets in the 2010 season. They won 24-19. Big Ben went 10 for 19, 133 yards, 2 interceptions. No touchdown.
But he was playing the Jets, so it's okay.
But he was playing the Jets. Well, that's the thing, is that a lot of these games in which the quarterback has a lower rating than what Russell Wilson actually finished with, which was 44.3, he has the most interceptions. It's just he somehow was able to counterbalance that with 1 touchdown and slightly more passing yards than they had.
Right.
So if you remove that last touchdown to win the game, he probably would have had I forget what it was. I crunched the numbers like a week ago. I don't remember. I'm not a numbers guy. But it would have been the lowest had he not had that touchdown.
Right. And then, not only that, but Seattle still had to get the onside kick, and that went right through, I forget who it was for Green Bay, one of the tight ends, I think. It went right through his hands, hit him off the face mask, and bounced Seattle's way. I understand why Seattle's likelihood of winning was so low, but somehow Roger Goodell waved his magic wand, and that football took an awkward bounce. Maybe that ball was overinflated, and that's why the guy couldn't catch it. I don't know.
Well, didn't you say that they use different balls for kicking?
Yeah.
Is that for kickoffs too?
I believe for kickoffs and extra points.
Well, there's your rules change. Don't give them new footballs. Just make them kick with the regular ones. Don't worry about dimensions or where they're kicking from. Just give them these old goofy oblong shaped footballs to kick with instead of these, slightly rounder ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let physics be our guide. What was I going to say? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, well, and as I was saying in our little discussion, I think the coin flip played a very important role in that game, because had Green Bay not lost the coin flip, they wouldn't have at least had to worry about Seattle having all the momentum.
Right.
That was the problem. Because you pretty much knew if Seattle won the coin flip, they would win the game. They'd essentially just charge down the field. And they did just that.
Yeah. Yeah,
if Green Bay wins, they can try and deflate some of the momentum, maybe kick a field goal or something, and force Seattle to do something.
Right. If Green Bay's defense had been able to hold Seattle to a field goal, Green Bay would have had a shot at least to tie it. Mm-hmm. But since Seattle scored and the rules are what they are, Seattle won right then and there.
Right. And that's what I was saying about making overtime just a full quarter. So if that happens, then, Green Bay doesn't lose,
right,
and they don't have to worry about scoring on the next possession as like something for college football, which even college football is a better solution.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think if you're the NFL, you got to find a better way to handle the overtimes.
Because there is something to say that if you give up a touchdown, you deserve to lose in overtime. But there's still something that's, you you give up a touchdown. It's football is full of random events, and what was there? It was like some real 35 yards.
Right.
So
right.
he doesn't do that, and then perhaps Green Bay has a chance to win, or at least do something, get a drive at least.
Yeah. With Aaron Rodgers. That very well could have happened. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And
we're going into Sunday.
with
I won't say heavy heart. I was going to try and make some comment about being excited for the game and being excited for the food associated with the game, because I think that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Ordering pizza, making dip,
flipping over to the kitty bowl, the puppy bowl,
the kitten bowl 2. Aye. So wait, when people do Super Bowl parties, is there a lot of dessert, or have you pretty much just like exhausted your gastric capacity by the time you eat like pizza and wings? You don't even worry about dessert.
Yeah, the ones
because you won't even get there.
Actually, the one I was at last year, they had cupcakes.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, they had. Some cupcakes were like Seattle colors, and the others were like Bronco orange colors. So they were festive cupcakes.
Yeah,
but
that's very proactive.
There was pasta and wings and
pasta,
chips and dip, and
that's an interesting choice.
Buffalo chicken dip. So yeah, there was a lot of Super Bowl friendly food.
Pasta's a weird choice in there because it's not a very...
Not if you were eating it.
I know, but it's a more involved food. It's like pizza, one hand. Wings, one hand. Chips, one hand. Well, wings, it's like one hand that gets real messy. Well, I mean, mine gets... I'm a messy eater.
Yeah.
Drink, other hand. Or you have a foam dome.
Yes.
No hands.
The beer helmet.
Yep.
Maybe I should get one of those for this year.
You don't have one?
No. I know. I'm surprised too.
They should make... Would that not work? I was going to say, maybe they should make a foam dome that's like... I don't know. Could keep your drink cool.
Oh.
But doesn't require ice. Maybe it's like their koozies.
Yeah.
Instead of just like a band. Patent pending. Everybody listening, patent pending. You're not allowed to steal that idea or I get royalties. I will come after you like Tom Petty comes after people who have marginally resembling songs and sue you if you come up with something that's like a foam dome with koozies on them. Mark my words.
Good and good thing we're recording this, so that's...
I know, and recorded.
Yeah.
It's like a poor man's copyright. No, it's not, but...
It's something.
Speaking of poor man to hopefully rich man, let's start discussing some of these numbers.
All right, let's get down to it.
So who's the home team? Does that even matter? Is that a thing? Or I guess the visiting team calls it, right?
Who won the Pro Bowl? Isn't that how they do it in the NFL?
Who the hell cares?
No, I think it's stupid they do that for baseball.
No, but you got... Well, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. That's on the itinerary. Anyway.
Let's see.
New England at Seattle is what the sports book says.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's decided.
Yeah, that's how they have it on ESPN.
So, depending on where you look, it's either New England -1 or New England -2. Essentially, you're betting on who's going to win the game.
Right.
I don't know that this point spread's going to really factor into this one.
Right.
But what do I know?
I
do know that New England was referred to Foxborough in Madden 64. I do know that. Not that that's of importance.
But it's good to know.
But file that away. Just maybe you might want to file that away.
All right. I'm gonna take Seattle.
I think that's popular opinion.
I mean, from what I was reading earlier today and yesterday, a lot of sports books were getting action on New England.
Yeah, but that seems like the gut reaction, though, doesn't it?
Right, and it
you think that New England's just that good that they'll just go in there and completely dominate.
Right, and
Or at
it
least,
could be the people who want to bet on Seattle are just waiting for the line to go up to try and take advantage of it. Do you know what I mean?
I wonder what it opened at. Yeah, you'd think that with so much action that it would go up.
Yeah, and the Super Bowl, there's a lot of people who like may not normally bet, who are just betting because it's their team. You know, their emotions are in it, kind of thing. So I don't know.
They have a rooting interest,
right? I mean, I could see New England winning, but I can just as easily see Seattle winning, and I get the feeling Seattle's going to repeat, even though EA Sports simulation gave the trophy to New England.
Yeah, but did you see the pattern that's been once I'm clearly not on this planet. There's been a pattern the last, I think it's like 8 or 9 Super Bowls that they've done this Madden prediction. It was like win or right wrong, right wrong.
No, because
1 second.
Pretty sure they're 8-3 in the last 11 Super Bowls. From unless what I read was
here we go. Now I got it. Okay. Let's see. Last year they incorrectly selected the Broncos. Mm-hmm. So here it is. Starting from, how far back does the trend continue? So starting back from Super Bowl XL, Steelers Seahawks. Predicted Steelers, they won. Predicted Colts, they won. Predicted Patriots, they lost. So it goes win-win-loss, win-win-loss, win-win-loss.
So they should win this year.
Right. This year they should get it right.
Well, if you want to include the 2 prior Super Bowls, the Steelers versus Seahawks, since it does go back to 2004, they won 4 in a row before their first loss.
Yeah.
And I think they go...
Yeah, but that wasn't current. I mean, what would have that been on? Super Bowl 38.
Patriots versus Panthers was the first one.
PlayStation 1?
2.
Super Bowl 38.
I think it was PlayStation 2.
Might have been.
But I thought it was interesting that I was looking at the scores.
2004, yeah, that's PlayStation 2.
Yeah. I was looking at their predictive scores and the actual score, and they're
pretty close.
That's especially that Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl. They were off by 1 point for each team.
Mm-hmm.
That was the closest one.
I mean, last year was the stinker, but
yeah. I don't know. I just gotta. Maybe it's because I don't want the Patriots to win. I don't really want Seattle to win either, but I'd rather have Seattle win whole Super Bowl and Patriots win no Super Bowl. They're both bad.
Seahawks. I don't want Seattle to repeat, but it's at the same time I don't want New England to win, and that would make, well, it's been a while since they've won.
Yeah, it's been like 10 years, 11 years, something like that. Yeah, 2005 was their last Super Bowl win against my Eagles.
Wow, it was that long ago?
Mm-hmm.
Holy moly.
Yeah, it's when they had Terrell Owens and...
They have more than that.
Nope.
That was such a fun Super Bowl. You were oh boy.
Can we move on? I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Seattle,
I don't know.
New England.
I think the only way Seattle loses
I have no rooting interest in this. That's the problem.
Yeah. I just think if Seattle's defense just has a fluke game, if they just like fall apart. But I don't really think that's, their experience. They've been in this position before. These guys know what they're doing. Like, unless the Patriots just come out and just completely annihilate, I don't see Seattle losing.
Yeah, but think about Seattle's offense last week. The first however many minutes they scored 7 points.
Right.
I mean, the only time they scored a touchdown was on that stupid trick play. And then they didn't. Their first, regular touchdown was with 2:09 left in regulation. So if they have another crapper like that where they come out and they can't score points, because Tom Brady's going to put up points.
Is he going to put up points against Seattle, though?
I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
If he has deflated balls, he will.
Let's take a look here.
If he has the balls, he'll score. And by balls, I don't mean fortitude or anatomical. I mean, if he has his preferred, can't think of the word. I had too much cake earlier. I'm sorry.
Sugar rush wearing off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Seattle's defense, as we know, is tops in the league. New England's has been better than previous years, especially their pass defense. For the season, they're 17th against the pass, and against the rush, they're 9th. So it could be a little tough, but they're going to have to put so much focus on stopping Marshawn Lynch that it's going to be hard to also contain Russell Wilson, who could rush for 100 yards. I mean, he's so good at knowing where people are, where defenders are coming from, and avoiding tackles and just avoiding negative plays in general. And that's what keeps the Seahawks in the games, especially like that one against Green Bay.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my reasoning for picking Seattle, I guess. I just feel like they'd have to completely fall apart to lose the game. But what do I know, right?
They almost did that last week, so.
Yeah.
Total rushing yards over under for Russell Wilson. 42.5. I think that's dumb.
That's just begging for the over.
That is the favorite, though. That still sounds dumb.
Yeah. All right. Did you decide who you're taking for the Super Bowl?
I'll take the Patriots.
All right.
I think I'm wrong.
So we're going to disagree on the final pick of the year.
Why not?
All right. Do we I forgot to ask you beforehand. Do we have tallies of, or I guess maybe we can wait till after the Super Bowl to tally up our totals?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I'd have to consult the archives.
All right. Get the intern on it.
Yeah.
Side note, we're now looking for interns.
I will pay you with sugar wafers. We cannot offer college credit.
We can also
Not yet, anyway.
offer red velvet Oreos come February.
Oh, I can't wait. Wait, that's Monday. Isn't it the 2nd?
Is it like beginning of February it comes out? Or is it? Or
I
is
thought
it,
I saw it was
I mean,
February 2nd.
Okay. I knew it was like a Valentine's thing, but I didn't know how early they were making it available.
I'm pretty sure it's the 2nd.
I'll trust your.
I know you think I'd have this down like circled on a calendar or something.
Yeah.
You think it'd be like front and center on my cat calendar, but it's not. I need to get on that. Yep, February 2nd. Will the groundhog see his shadow? The groundhog will not be there. He will be at the grocery store buying red velvet Oreos.
We'll have to watch Groundhog Day.
That is not an option that you can parlay with the winner of the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Which you can parlay.
Yeah.
Whether Punxsutawney Phil will see his shadow or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm more interested in talking about some of these special prop bets as opposed to the game itself. So we made our picks for the game. You have the Pats. I have Seattle. Did we just did we decide what spread we're going to use just in case it is like a 2-point or 1-point game? Should we use our regularly visited sports book?
You know what? Like a trapeze artist flying without a net. I'm going to go without a net. I'm going to say Pats will win it by 2.
2?
More than 2. So I'll give the benefit of the larger spread.
Okay. All right.
Pats will win by like 5 or 6. It'll be interesting, I'm guessing.
Okay. All right. As long as we have that on record, so that way there's
like maybe it comes down to an onside kick, and then Al Michaels brings up what's his name from Green Bay, and then New England like does something completely conservative on the play, like they grab the ball and just like fall to the ground or run out of bounds or something.
Right.
What happens if on the onside a player on the receiving team just swats it out of bounds?
It's
Like he doesn't even try and grab it. He just smashes it out of bounds.
It's not basketball. They don't change possession.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, it would
like
it would,
just
it would
so you don't have to worry about retaining possession the whole. You just smack it out of bounds. It's
Right.
like on a Hail Mary. You just smack it down. Like does that count as gaining possession for the receiving team, or do you actually have to? Is it like that stupid make a football move thing?
I'm actually gonna check just to make sure.
There's like an onside kick.wiki. Wikia. As you're doing that, I'm going to start going through these prop bets just to see how stupid they are. I mean, how awesome they are.
Yeah, if the ball gets touched by a receiver, then it's a free ball regardless of how far it travels. If it goes out of bounds, the receiving team automatically gets the ball at the out of bounds spot.
Yeah, just smack it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Done. Longest punt. A lot of these seem like long. I guess that's net punt though. But they are playing in warm weather. Okay, so what we need to do offhand, let's not go through this crap. We need to pick somebody obscure and figure out if they're going to score a touchdown or not.
Oh, speaking of obscure, I read
it's the John Kuhn Memorial.
No, I got. Can we name it after what supposedly was the first prop bet at Super?
Yeah, but John Kuhn's a Shippensburg alum.
Well, I understand, but let me tell you the story here. In 1985, when Ditka's Bears were in the Super Bowl, they were an underdog. All right, and he was upset that they were an underdog in the sportsbook world. So he.
Is this a legitimate story?
Yeah, I read it. I forget where I saw it, but I read it earlier today.
Wikipedia.
According
to Wikipedia,
basically the sports book had a prop bet about like some random player scoring a touchdown, and it was like great odds. Like this guy would never do that. So Ditka purposely put this guy in at the 1 yard line to score a touchdown just to get back at this sports book. And that guy
it wasn't William Perry.
It was William the Refrigerator Perry. So and now that's supposedly the first NFL prop bet or Super Bowl prop bet.
How cognizant of him that he knew.
I know.
How spiteful. Spiteful's the better word.
I want to see.
He's done. William Perry's done so many things. He was in WrestleMania 2.
Yeah, he did.
He's in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Wasn't he celebrity boxing too at one point?
I think so.
When that was popular for a week.
He was. Yeah, he was. Oh my God! Guess who he fought? I don't remember this, but
Manute Bol.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, Manute Bol, you played a sport. Come box this 300-pound lineman. Because that makes sense. It doesn't make sense. That's my point. All right, I'm trying to find an obscure touchdown.
Let's see.
Anyway.
Oh, okay. Here, I found the article I was referring to. Bookmaker posted a bet at 40-1 odds for whether Perry would score a touchdown. And Ditka downplayed Perry's role. The odds rose to 75-1. And let's see. Money began flowing. The line dropped down to 5-1.
What?
Yeah. It opened at 40-1, and by game time it was 5-1. And William Perry did score. So there was so much cash being wagered on that it dropped to 5-1. Wow. And of course he scored a touchdown and
of course.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that was even with Walter Payton on the team. He still put in the fridge at the 1 yard line. I thought that was interesting.
I feel like the first one.
I feel like that's something that Pete Carroll and Bill Belichick would do.
No,
I mean, they're both
I
like,
don't know.
like Pete Carroll always ran up to
makes no
score.
sense anyway.
Pete Carroll always ran up to score in college. Like, you always wondered if he, had his eye on the books. And Bill Belichick is Bill Belichick. Who knows what he's thinking.
So far, the highest I've seen is Danny Amendola, plus 450.
To score a touchdown?
To score a touchdown.
Not even the first touchdown, just a touchdown.
No, just a touchdown.
Well, you look at the player bets. I'm looking at some of the more fun prop bets.
Will Russell Wilson score a rushing touchdown? Plus 200, yes.
That's plus 200?
Yeah.
Huh.
I know.
Interesting.
First half, it's plus 300.
Do they have just a second half or?
No, they just have first halfer in the game.
Let's see. Over under on the national anthem. 2 minutes, 1 second. Minus 120 for either.
Is there historical data on this?
If only there was some search engine.
Only there was some depository of information.
Let's see.
Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. Pro Football Reference should have this. I don't know why they don't.
Let's see.
Did you know the last two Super Bowl winners have won the coin toss and deferred? Well, the last four. Yep. 3 of the last 4.
Let's see.
3 of the last 4 Super Bowl winners have won the coin toss and deferred. Not Doug Baldwin. Robert Turbin, 550.
Over the last 8 Super Bowls, the average length of the national anthem has been 1 minute 56 seconds.
So they know their Pope.
Mm-hmm.
Who's singing it? Well, I'm not going to know anyway.
Dina Menzel.
I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is?
I've heard of her. I'm not too familiar with her. But there's also a bet that if she forgets or omits at least one word of the official U.S. national anthem, if you would bet yes, that would be plus 450. No is minus 700.
It seems kind of dicey.
I know. It's real easy for them to miss, a the or
I know, but it's also whose discretion is that at?
Well, it says compared to the official U.S. national anthem. But yes, that is kind of, especially if they kind of blend some of the words together.
Luckily, the sports maker was a big fan of Francis Scott Key, so he knew all those words. He didn't need an official cheat sheet.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was like they were singing more than just the first verse, oh man, obviously, put your money on that. But
well, just to give you a reference,
for the sake of television, they're just going to stick with the first verse.
Just to give you a reference, in 2013 Super Bowl, Alicia Keys' national anthem was the longest at 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
Wow. Yeah, that's not that long. I don't think. I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah, over the last 8 Super Bowls, 3 of them have gone over 2 minutes. I might take, that might be an under.
Yeah, I'd say under.
Can you parlay that and get some more seconds or take some more seconds away?
Or like a tease?
Tease it, yeah.
I don't know. You should be able to.
Can I tease 5 seconds off the national anthem?
Oh my god! Here's one. How many times will deflated balls be said during the game? 3 is the over/under. Over.
You think so?
Oh my goodness! They're gonna.
I feel like they talk about it once and then that's it.
No, they'll say it once, maybe twice at the beginning. Then something silly happens, and then they'll say, "Oh, if we only would have had those deflated balls," and then maybe something at the end of the game. It's like, "Oh, deflated balls."
Do you think they joke about that though?
It's Al Michaels. He's kind of a shyster. He'll say something silly.
Yeah, Chris Collinsworth will spend 10 minutes explaining what a deflated ball is. Like that time he told everyone who was watching, I forget what game it was, but he pointed out and highlighted where the shin is. It's right above the ankle and below the knee.
That's not his formal training.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Chris. Let's see. What other bets can we...
His formal training is in pediatrics.
What color will Bill Belichick's hoodie be? Gray is minus 150. Blue,
it's usually gray, isn't it?
Blue is plus 110, and red is plus 700. I think he trades off between the gray and blue pretty frequently.
Yeah.
The red, I think, is a bit of a wild card.
Wild card.
There's also a bet on whether the sleeves will be cut or the sleeves will be intact. I think we all know the answer to that.
Yeah, but I just feel like he could just... I feel like he can throw a wrench in it by wearing a regular sweatshirt and just rolling up the sleeves. But it is Arizona.
Pulling a Ditka and just purposely going against the books.
Yeah.
Well, if you want sleeves intact, that's plus 135. So,
see, what he should do is he should go on Facebook and just say, like, listen, I'm gonna wear this sweatshirt with this. Parlay it now. You have 5 minutes to put action. Or I guess if a book cancels action, that's it.
Yeah. There's also
here's one I like.
Okay.
How many times will Giselle Bundchen be shown on TV during the game? The over/under is 1.5.
I would take the over.
Yeah.
Especially if you think the Patriots are going to win.
Oh yeah.
Wait, does it say during the game? Oh yeah, it says during the game. So
during the game.
Yeah.
Halftime does not count.
Yeah,
see,
from kickoff to final whistle.
They'll be talking about Tom Brady's future in New England, and then they'll say, "Whoa, what does Giselle think?"
Yeah,
blah blah blah. Done.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would probably be the over.
What gets your vote as the silliest prop bet? Like it's just plain silly.
Let's see.
I think the what will be higher, the Russell Wilson passing yards than the U.S. national average gas price.
I think the silliest one, yeah, that might be on there, but also what will happen with the Dow Jones the day after the Super Bowl. If you were to bet that the market would go up, it would be minus 140. Market down would be even. I mean, I don't know.
I think there's some easy way to figure that out, like track historic data or something, or what it always usually does on a Monday. Or
well, this one will be interesting. Which region will have the higher Nielsen rating? Boston at plus 110 or Seattle at minus 150?
Well, here's the thing about that is what time will the game be shown in Seattle versus what time the game will be shown in Boston?
Well, the game is, I think, 8. Let's see.
Is it at 8 Eastern?
Yeah, it's 8 or 8:30 Eastern.
There.
And Seattle's 3 hours behind, so
carry the one.
Divide by pi. Yeah, so it'd be, 5:30 kickoff. The game is on the West Coast.
Do people go out to bars for the Super Bowl? Is that like a stay at home, make all your food kind of thing? Because if it's a go out kind of thing and you're in Boston, maybe you're at the bar,
right?
And so it's like the carpooling of Nielsen ratings.
True. I don't know. I feel like most people are hosting or attending a party, like at a home as opposed to a bar. But I'm sure
a lot of hipsters too.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of faithful who are, attending their favorite drinking establishment. Let's see, there's also the over under on number of viewers at 113 million.
Interesting.
I think the last Super Bowl was 111.
The last Super Bowl had you had Peyton to kind of root for. Peyton in Denver, had Seattle, hadn't been there. Now it's Seattle's already won. New England's kind of, everybody's sick of all this Deflategate crap.
Yeah.
Deflatorade. We need a better name than Deflategate.
Speaking of that,
everything that's a big stink needs to stop having the word gate at the end. Let's be more creative. I don't have a
you don't have an example?
No, I don't have something
Deflate
as
bait.
a for deflate. Yeah,
that just.
I don't have an alternative.
Well, come up with an alternative and then we'll
spitballing.
talk.
That's what the intern does.
And we're still
I
looking
just take
for an
credit
intern.
for it.
All right.
If you would like to apply as an intern for the No Pun podcast, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to. Do we have a P.O. box? We don't have a P.O. box. That's what the intern was supposed to do.
Why do they need a self-addressed stamped envelope if they're sending it to us? Are we sending them like stickers back or something?
I don't know. That's what they always just used to say when you had to, send in your name to get on Legends of the Hidden Temple or something. It's like, put your name on a self-addressed stamped envelope.
Yeah, so they can send you stuff back. We're not sending stuff back until we have an intern.
But maybe that's incentivizing them.
All right.
We will send you, I don't know, cat stickers, my old SEPTA passes,
my expired credit card.
Oh boy, I can't wait to. Oh wait, this Southeastern Pennsylvania Transport Authority train pass expired 5 months ago. I can't use this.
Well, if you autograph it, then it's worth more.
Yeah, that's true. Tell you what, I have a Larry Bird 81 Topps card. 81?
Sure you want to part ways with that?
It's worth like $3. Oh, they weren't supposed to hear that. 81, 82 Topps. If you, I don't know, we'll have a contest. That's it. We'll have a contest. We'll have to figure out. Like, if you do something and you're right, I will send you this 81, 82 Larry Bird Topps card, and I'll take a picture of it. It's in a nice protective case.
Ooh, is the case included?
Sure.
All right.
I don't need it. It's an 81, 82 Topps card. Did you know that Larry was named to the NBA All-Star team last season, 80-81, helping lead. Larry was named to the NBA All-Star team last season, helping lead Celtics. This is silly
sounds like the
English.
intern at Topps lost his job over grammar.
Yeah, they didn't do very well.
All right. What is let's see. Let's look at some of these other bets. What who do you think scores the first touchdown player wise?
Ooh. John Kuhn. No, I'm just kidding.
He's not playing.
That is a good question. Why not? Oh,
he plays for Green Bay.
I'm stupid. If that was the contest, clearly I wouldn't win this. Maybe I'm just trying to part ways. Maybe it's reverse psychology. The first touchdown. Oh, let's go through this process by elimination. Who do I think is going to score first, New England or Seattle? I think New England will score first. It'll probably be Gronkowski.
Okay.
That's probably the favorite.
I'm gonna go with Marshawn Lynch.
That's a pretty good choice too.
I think he's got a lot of Skittles in his system.
Just doesn't want to get fined.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get fined. Oh, there's also the prop bet on whether or not he'll grab his crotch when he's.
Isn't that like plus 600 or something?
Yeah, like 400 or 600. I forget.
Well, he didn't get fined at media day. He's got money saved up. Just go balls out and grab your crotch or something.
Let's see, Marshawn Lynch is the favorite to score the first touchdown at 11-2.
Pun intended.
Gronkowski is 13-2.
Yep.
And then LeGarrette Blount's 9-1. Russell Wilson's 12-1. Tom Brady's way down at 35-1. That actually might not be bad because if they're on the 1 yard line, they QB sneak a lot.
Yeah.
35-1.
Other than last year and 43, a quarterback has won the MVP every year for the last, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the last 8. After that, it gets a bit dicey.
Yeah, so who would be your MVP then? Would it be Tom Brady?
Yeah, that 35 is kind of enticing. Why is it so low? That's weird.
For the first touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what
35-1 is him scoring the first touchdown in the game.
Yeah.
Not as a pass.
I don't think he'll do that. Nah, he won't do that. I was thinking Brady, Russell Wilson. What is the highest odds that I think is a legitimate threat to score the first touchdown? Highest. I would say, you know who I'd say? I'd say LeGarrette Blount.
At 9-1.
No, it's not even that good though.
I would almost take Julian Edelman or Brandon LaFell.
Yeah. What about Doug Baldwin?
Yeah.
If they get a passing touchdown. Maybe Jermaine Kearse. Yeah, Jermaine Kearse.
Yeah, he's 14-1.
14-1.
Danny Amendola's, yeah, he's 21. He's kind of.
So here's my question. You have carte blanche. Come up with 2 appetizers, something of substance, and a dessert. What is your fantasy Super Bowl spread? Two little finger foods, something with a little more substance, like pizza or pasta if that's your dish.
I am a
and then a dessert.
I am a huge fan of taco dip.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Yeah, my mom makes a mean taco dip, so that would probably be one of the choices. The other, I guess wings would probably be like an appetizer, right? Or would you count that?
Yeah, I'd count that.
Okay, then probably that dip and wings. Main course. I mean, you can't go wrong with pizza. You just can't. It's impossible. Let's see. Probably, I don't know. Something of the cake variety. Maybe some cookies.
Cookies. If the Super Bowl was only a day later, we could all open up a fresh pack of red velvet Oreos.
Well, you should.
They could advertise. They could have done something during the Super Bowl, like take a picture of you eating red velvet Oreos at your Super Bowl party and win a 1981-82 Larry Bird Topps card.
You should tweet at Oreo and ask them for a review package.
I should have.
And then you can do a taste test and write up your review for the website and enjoy it during the football game.
Here. If you can get me a pack of red velvet Oreos before Monday, I will send you a 1981-82 Larry Bird Topps card in the plastic case.
You can't beat that deal.
Yeah. Or if somebody else wins the contest to be named, they'll get
its value can only go up.
I know.
I mean, come on.
It's like a fair trade. I mean, what's a sleeve of Oreos cost? Like $3-4?
Probably.
Plus, you're getting the satisfaction of winning.
Plus, it's Larry Bird.
This impromptu contest. I know. It's the hick French lick.
Larry Legend.
Larry Bird. I don't know his middle name. And this Topps card doesn't have it. This intern didn't do a good job.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you want to discuss about the Super Bowl?
The
fact that it's the last year they're using Roman numerals, which I think is stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of dumb, but
it's tradition.
Katy Perry's doing the halftime show. You can bet on whether she'll wear pants or dress. That's an actual bet.
What's the favorite?
I think searching.
Pants below knees is the best odds.
Yeah.
Then shorts, And skirt or dress.
Yeah,
It's probably
skirt or dress is the favorite, and it's what she comes out to at the beginning of the halftime show. So if there's a wardrobe change, it's whatever she.
The fine print.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure everyone's straight on what we're gambling on here. So.
Bill Belichick hoodie type. No hoodie is no action. What if it's like 100 degrees? Does he still wear a hoodie? Does he just power through it and soldier on?
Well, I'm pretty sure that place is air conditioned.
Yeah, but I'm just,
they keep it cool.
For instance, like what about the early games of the season? Does he always still wear a hoodie?
I mean, as far as I can remember,
first week of the season,
it was so long ago.
They go down to the AFC South. It's 100 degrees. Does he wear a hoodie?
I don't know.
The first game they played this year was at Miami. Oh, I'm gonna find pictures of that.
All right, you do that.
All right, yeah, we'll figure out. We'll keep talking, and then we'll.
I feel like he was wearing. I don't know. Maybe he wore like a t-shirt over top of like Under Armour. I feel like he's done that.
Still something long sleevish.
Yeah. I don't know. Now I'm not so certain about his.
Oh, I get it. I found a picture. It looks like he's wearing a t-shirt and then he's got I don't know what they're called. It's like the windbreaker, but it's like
oh, right.
It's like the short sleeve windbreaker.
Right. Yeah. No, I recall.
It looks like he's wearing like 2 t-shirts and that short sleeve windbreaker. So had he worn that, there'd be no action.
There's no action. That's boring. I hope he doesn't do that.
That is boring. Where's the fun of that? But maybe that's like his Mike Ditka move.
It could be.
He's like, oh, I want to wear a hoodie.
I know you guys are betting on me, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to
go to hell, sportsbook.
I'm not going to do what you guys want me to do.
I'm going to not wear a hoodie and eat red velvet Oreos and just spite you all.
I'm gonna change the color of the Gatorade so it's not any of the colors that you could bet on.
Oh, if everybody guessed lemon lime for the Gatorade, you win. Well, guess what, stupid? It's Ecto Cooler. It's not even lemon. It's not even Gatorade. Get it right, dummy.
Well, fortunately, there's the new Ghostbusters that can clean that up for him.
Yeah. Oh, maybe they'll bring back Ecto Cooler. One can wish. I'll have to start a letter writing campaign.
All right. Anything else football related?
Dear High C, bring back your Ecto Cooler. Football related now.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna look at some of these bets. I don't know if I'm gonna place anything, but maybe I'll throw some cookies here or there.
Throw some cookies. It's one last time.
I know. It is. We'll see. It hasn't been kind to me this year, so maybe I should just stop now.
I mean, in years previous, you could have bet on the Pro Bowl afterwards, but
yeah. Since
nobody cares about the stupid Pro Bowl, they just figure, we'll make it before the Super Bowl.
That's exactly right.
Oh, I guess one more football related thing. You are the new commissioner. Roger Goodell's office is ripe with New England Patriots paraphernalia. That's neither here nor there. You make one change to the Pro Bowl to make it relevant. They're like, listen, nobody watches the Pro Bowl. You got to change it up. What if they did like a celebrity flag football? No, that's dumb.
I think they've tried stuff like that before.
Well, that's like part of the All-Star Weekend kind of crap, isn't it?
Right. Well, and that's like one of the things I always found interesting was like the skills challenges. Like
cool.
The quarterback accuracy or longest throw.
There wasn't
kicking
one, like,
challenge.
an obstacle course.
Yeah, they would do like obstacle. They do it for college players, and they used to do it in the NFL, but I think they got rid of it. But I don't know.
That's dumb.
I feel like it can't be any worse than the current Pro Bowl. I mean, I don't know really off the top of my head without thinking about it what I would do to make an actual Pro Bowl game more meaningful. Because like players don't really try because they don't want to get hurt. Some players pretend they're hurt so they don't have to play in the Pro Bowl game.
There's that.
I mean, what? You know, they already get bonuses if they go to a Pro Bowl. So
do they have to play though, or it's just that you're selected?
I forget. It might depend on the players' contracts. Some of them, it's if they're like selected to a Pro Bowl, they get, whatever, an extra 100,000 or sometimes more.
The legal mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
No hoodie, no action.
I don't know. What would you do to make the Pro Bowl more meaningful?
I don't know. There's no incentive for anyone. That's the problem. Like the Pro Bowl is at a point in the season, unlike the other sports, in which anybody involved has no incentive for anything.
Right.
Baseball, at least, you win the All-Star game. Your team still has the possibility of reaping the benefit of you winning the All-Star game.
Right.
And getting home field advantage. But if you win the Pro Bowl, since the Super Bowl's the following week, you have no incentive.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
And they try and change it up, especially the last few years. They had players drafting players. Now they have Michael Irvin, Chris Carter draft.
Well, they do that in other sports, and I don't know. I mean, it's
fun
it doesn't
seem to be
people from different conferences and stuff can play together, but I don't really care.
I don't know. I think I don't know. Maybe a celebrity flag football game with NFL players is
I just suggested that.
I don't know, man.
If you have an idea, send a self-addressed stamped envelope too.
And you could receive a 1981-82
And the winner will
Larry
get
Bird
a 1981-82 Larry Bird Topps card.
worth approximately $3.
Worth approximately $3. I'm going to double check that.
All numbers approximate.
Fine print.
All right. So let's see. What do you have coming up in the comic book world?
Well, this week, there's some new Aquaman. There is some more Batman facing off against his big foe, the Joker. Mm-hmm. And there's a new #1 from Marvel for the Uncanny Avengers.
Which one are you looking forward to the most?
It's between Batman and Uncanny Avengers. Batman's so good. Uncanny Avengers is a brand new book, so who knows?
So you're going to have yourself a nice Wednesday.
It'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Larry Bird Topps card between $4 and $6.
Whoa.
So
it almost doubled just from us talking about it.
If you send me the red velvet Oreos and you get this in return, you've almost doubled your investment. You've made money.
Exactly. You'd be stupid not to do it.
I know. It makes too much fiscal sense.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to discuss? Anything going on website wise? You want to plug?
Lots of movie rumors.
Yeah.
Lots of movie rumors and news. There was a Fantastic Four trailer. As you said, the new Ghostbusters cast was just confirmed, and the release date. I don't know if you saw that. They added that.
Okay.
They dropped that. You know who the director is for that movie? He directed Bridesmaids.
Yeah. Paul Feig, however you say his name.
Okay, the better question is, do you know who he is? Like, not his name, but who he is.
I didn't directed Bridesmaids.
I didn't realize who it was. Okay, here's the better answer. You remember Heavyweights?
Oh, yes.
It's that guy.
He's what was his name in Heavyweights?
Counselor Tim. The one that gets skinny?
Yeah, and he goes down the dance floor when they're having that awkward dance scene. He starts like dancing all crazy. He's like, I think Tim blew a microchip.
I didn't realize that was him.
I did not realize that either. That's
that's
good
him.
Call. Huh. Good for him.
I was like, who is this guy? I've heard his name. Like, holy moly. July 22nd, 2016, Feig said on Twitter. So I have Red Velvet Oreos circled for February 2nd, and now Ghostbusters circled for July 22nd. Oh, I don't have a 2016 cat calendar. Never mind. False alarm.
Not yet.
Not yet.
All right. Well, to go along with some of the movie rumors, and you were talking about in the comic books, Batman facing off with Joker, there was a rumor that the Suicide Squad movie may have a scene with Ben Affleck's Batman, which could eventually lead to a Batman versus Joker movie. Because I believe that's how things kind of play out in the comics.
And when's the Suicide Squad movie? I don't remember.
Let's find out.
Like what? I can't remember what I don't remember. There's got to be like some. If only there was some infographic for when all these comic book movies were coming out.
2016, according to IMDb. Yeah, potentially August 5th, 2016.
Here's that graphic.
Which
that thing actually exists.
I believe, yeah, Batman.
A little while after Dawn of Justice. Okay.
I was gonna say that comes out 2016 as well, right?
Yeah, March, month after Deadpool.
Okay. Yeah,
Deadpool.
a lot of movie things going on in the superhero realm. And I'll have another news and rumor post on Friday this week too. Try and make that a weekly thing because there's lots going on.
The rumor mill churning.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So I think that should do it for this week's No Punt Intended podcast. We discussed football. We discussed bets. We discussed stupid bets. Comic books, movies.
They're not stupid.
Well, silly.
Frivolous?
Silly bets. We discussed bets. So yeah.
Sure. I'll get on board with that.
All right. So yeah, be sure to eat a lot this weekend during the game. You know, maybe some buffalo chicken dip, some wings, some
pizza,
some red velvet.
Don't forget
some
pizza.
red velvet Oreos the day after the Super Bowl. Should be a good Monday, I would think.
Well, Punxsutawney Phil to dictate that.
That's right. Yeah, you can watch Groundhog Day while you're eating red velvet Oreos.
Ooh,
I mean, if that's not a perfect Monday night, I don't know what is.
that's a great day.
Yeah. So I'm glad we can help, plan for that. So we're all set. Yeah, be sure to, you can check us out on Twitter at NoPuntIn, the number 10, DED. And again, we're online at www.entertainmentbuddha.com. And I think that'll do it. I'm going to end it there.
That's fine.
You're not, unless you want to shut it down.
Shut it down.
There it is.
Couldn't get away without having that again. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shutting it down. Now. Shut it down. The power of the rainbow compels you.